Guys, this video is very important to start the week. I want you to pay close attention to this. And this is why I always say to any trader, do not think you can just learn technical analysis and somehow you're going to completely master the market. That is not always the case. So for example, here we have NZDUSD. I'm going to start off just on the daily time frame because I think this is important to note. So a few weeks ago, I know some of you would have saw my analysis on this, and we were essentially looking for the break of this trend line, retest, and of course a continuation to the upside. Now of course price had closed almost back underneath this trend line, but as you can see price had whipped right back up, and in our minds from a technical perspective, immediately you're thinking, okay, this is the break, retest, fake out to the downside, and now we're going to see the continuation to downside to at least this resistance level anyway. That would have been the first take profit level. But as you can see, our New Zealand interest rate decision came out last week, and as you can see, price just started selling off pretty much for the rest of the week after the interest rate decision. Now, for a trader that's not looking at any fundamental data, and let's say they have a swing trade in play, they will not know that they need to cut this position and move on, or if they're in profit, to start trailing or just come out of the trade altogether. When you look at things from a fundamental perspective, you can almost remap your trade, and you have an advantage over other traders because you can actually see the overall long-term trend. So guys, do not think that you can just learn technical analysis and somehow you're going to be this market wizard. That is not the case. The best traders I know, and the best traders that do the best, are literally understand fundamental data like the back of their hands, right? And in my opinion, I think understanding and learning fundamental data is probably more important than the technical analysis. The technical analysis is good for your entries and also just following the trend. Basically, I would say it's just good for entries, exits, and basically being able to map out a trade or using the technicals and confluence with the fundamental data. Of course, they both go hand in hand. It's not a competition of which one's the best and which one's not the best. It's really about using this to your advantage. So I do want you guys to keep that in mind this week because we do have a lot of fundamental data in play.